Erica, I'm glad you're still here, dear. I wouldn't want you to leave without my saying goodbye. That was my friend, Millie, on the phone.
Oh, Millie?
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Mrs. Martin, your house guest was just telling me she doesn't think this picture does me justice. Do you agree?
Well, Erica, I don't think a photograph ever gives the entire personality of a vivacious person like you.
Oh, that is just the right way to put it. You are so clever.
Oh, well, I don't know about that. Did Opal leave?
No, she went upstairs to get her daughter to bring her down to meet me. I mean, I guess she has some kind of delusions that her daughter is going to be a model someday.
Well, she's a very, very beautiful young lady.
Really? Mrs. Martin, I never understood exactly why they are staying here.
Well, they came to see Tad, of course.
Tad?
Yeah, Ruth and Joe's Tad. And, oh, Erica, if they had just come a few weeks earlier, I think things would have turned out so differently. I'm sure Tad would never run away.
Tad Gardner?
Well, it's Tad Martin now. Ruth and Joe legally adopted him, dear.
Ah, well, but he is still Ray Gardner's son, and that is Ray Gardner's wife, and that is Ray Gardner's daughter she is bringing down here to meet me.
Well, but...
I mean, that horrible Ray Gardner? Well, no way am I staying here to meet those people. I'm not going to have anything to do with his family. Anyway, Mrs.
Just
Martin.
a minute, Erica. You are not leaving yet.
Mrs. Martin, you can't expect me to stay here around those people.
If I can have them in my home, you can spare them a few minutes of your time.
But, Mrs. Martin, Ray Gardner was so awful to you. I mean, that is his wife and that is his daughter. He was so awful to all of you, especially to Ruth. I mean, I don't know how you can have them in your house.
Erica, the sins of the fathers are not visited on the children.
But he...
You listen to me. If you leave here before Jenny comes down, you will never be welcome in my home again.
Mrs. Martin, I can't believe that you are speaking to me that way.
I mean exactly what I say. And if you are not civil...
Here we are.
Oh, here they are.
Miss Kane, this is my daughter, Jenny. Jenny, say hello to Miss Kane. It's just about you, Mama. Well, what do you think, Miss Kane? Isn't she just a beauty? Well, yes, she certainly is. Wouldn't you say that she just about has it hands down over most of those girls who are modeling professionally today? Mama, please. Don't be embarrassed, Jenny. Why, beauty is this woman's business. Miss Kane is an American beauty. We can't ask advice of somebody like her. How are we ever going to find out how to get ahead in this business? Wouldn't you just say that my daughter has it all, Miss Kane?
Well, of course, I don't know as much about this as Erica does, naturally, but I do know that Jenny is a beautiful, beautiful young lady. But I also think that she should finish her high school first before she even thinks of a career in modeling. Don't you agree, Opal?
Oh, of course, but I always say there's nothing like being prepared, if you know what I mean. Miss Kane, don't a lot of girls a lot younger than Jenny go to these professional schools and model at the same time? You must know some of them, don't you? No, I don't know any of them personally. I know that it happens. Yeah. Well, listen, I was thinking that maybe you could give us some names of some people to look up when we get down to New York City who might be able to give us some help. I don't really know. I don't know anyone. Oh, come now, Miss Kane. Surely you must know some people that could give us some help.
Well, are you planning to go to New York soon, Opal?
Oh, well, not right away, Miss Martin, but I do intend to get there as soon as I can get things ready. You know, would you give me your phone number now, Miss Kane? I'll just write it on the back of this magazine here. Well, I just had my phone number changed. Gee, I can't remember my new number. Oh, well, I guess I'll just have to get it from information then. No, you couldn't do that because my number is unlisted. It has to be, otherwise so many people call, you know.
Mama, don't bother Miss Kane. Please don't.
What a thing to say, Jenny. Am I bothering you, Miss Kane? No, you're not bothering me. No. No, it's just that I really don't know my phone number, and I don't know how you could get in touch with me.
Well, Erica, I got an idea. When Opal and Jenny go to New York, By that time, I'm sure your mother will have your phone number, won't she?
Well, could be.
Mm-hmm. Well, in that case, then, when the time comes, I can just call Mona and get your number, and then Opal can call you.
Well, thank you very much, Miss Martin. That's exactly how we'll work it out. And I want to thank you for being so kind, too, Miss Kane.
Oh, no trouble at all. Now I really must go.
Miss Kane. Nice to have met you.
Yes, Miss Kane. You know, I think you're even more beautiful than any of your pictures.
Why, thank you. That's very nice of you to say. And I must say I did enjoy reading the article about you in this magazine.
Oh, that article is full of inaccuracies.
You mean all those stories about you and that man who owns that cosmetic company?
Yes, they are terrible lies. Listen, I've really got to go. Goodbye again. Goodbye, Mrs. Martin. Bye.
Goodbye, dear.
Well, I would say that this was just about our lucky day, wouldn't you, Jenny, meeting Miss Erica Kane like that?
Oh, yes, Mama.
And we owe you a great debt of thanks, Miss Martin. I mean, having such important friends like that, that's really wonderful. How long have you known Miss Kane?
Oh, I've known Erica since high school days.
You hear that, baby? You hear what Miss Martin just said?
Yes, Mama, I heard.
Someday everybody's going to be saying that about you. They're going to be saying, I knew Jenny Gardner when she was just in high school.
Oh, well, I just got to say something.
Oh, sure, Miss Martin. Go ahead. Speak your mind.
Please don't hurry too much into this modeling career for Jenny. Just don't push.
This is a dog-eat-dog world, Miss Martin. You don't push. You don't get no place.
Well, what I mean to say is don't rush Jenny through her childhood. Let her enjoy her senior year in high school. She'll be young such a short time. And there are plenty of years ahead to be model.
But a model's career don't last that long, Miss Martin. And it's now, when Jenny is young and beautiful, that we got to make the most of it. Surely you can understand that.
Well, all I'm trying to say is that I think Jenny's happiness and her right to a normal life are far more important than fame or fortune. And surely you, as her mother, must agree with me in that.
Yes, I agree with you, Miss Martin. I couldn't agree with you more.
Well, very happy to hear that. And now I shall go in and finish the breakfast dishes.
I'll help you, Miss Martin.
Jenny, did you forget that Mama made a dentist appointment for you for today, baby?
I guess I did, Mama.
Very important to see a dentist every 6 months, don't you think, Miss Martin?
That's right. Now, don't worry, Jenny. There are very few dishes left, but I thank you for your offer.
Okay. Mama, you didn't make any dentist appointment for me.
I know it. I told you we were going back to Foxy's to get your job back.
I don't want to work there.
Would you hush up, please? I'm the one who decides what you're going to do, what you're not going to do. I don't want you paying attention to Miss Martin, either. She doesn't know anything about this business. You're already a lot older than I'd like you to be to get started. But before I'm finished with you, baby, you're going to be even more famous than that snooty beauty Erica Kane.
Yeah?
Tom, hi. Listen, I hope I'm not interrupting anything.
As a matter of fact, I was just on my way to work.
Well, I just couldn't be in Pine Valley without stopping in to see you. And Brooke, there you are. Hi, nice to see you again.
Hello, Erica.
Well, listen, when I heard you were in town, I just had to stop by. Brooke, I had to tell you how sorry I am, how I was to hear about what happened with your mother.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, my goodness, it must have been really something to hear that your own mother was the head of an international drug ring. I mean, I guess she was getting ready to kill you or something?
Erica, that is all in the past. Brooke would rather not be reminded of it.
Oh, Tom, how naive can you be? I bet it's on Brooke's mind every moment of every day and every night.
Well, it certainly doesn't help to have people talking about it.
Tom, I was just trying to sympathize with Brooke. My goodness, you're unfeeling.
I am.
It's all right, Tom. Erica, thank you for your sympathy. But as Tom said, I'd really rather not talk about something so unpleasant.
Yes, well, I certainly know how you feel. I mean, that's another reason that... All right, I guess that you already have read the article on me in Tempo magazine.
No, we didn't.
You didn't? Well, how could you miss it? I'm on the cover.
We don't take Tempo.
You don't?
No.
Well, okay, well, I have a copy here, so I'll leave it for you, but just don't believe anything you read about my personal life.
Oh, well, I know how Tempo tends to exaggerate. Go for the jugular, as we say in journalism circles.
No, well, of course, they're right about my success. But you see, they said that Brandon Kingsley's wife has won out, and that's not true at all. Brandon and I are going to be married just as soon as the divorce comes through.
Well, best wishes, Erica.
Well, thank you, Brooke. Thank you very much. Brandon and I are very, very much in love, and I know that we are going to be very, very happy. It's just that I didn't want you to believe what they say. There is not going to be a reconciliation between Brandon and that monster he has been married to for all these horrible years.
Yes, well, I certainly know how unhappy a man can be married to the wrong woman.
No, Tom, you can't compare. You have never met anyone like Sarah Kingsley in your entire life. And Brandon has been miserable for 20 years.
Well, if that's true, Erica, he should have ended his marriage a long time ago. Smart men do.
Well, that's just because he hadn't met me yet. He hadn't met anybody important enough to go through all the trauma.
I see. Well, I do have to get back to the goalpost to get things squared away. You do understand?
Yes, of course, I understand completely. Oh, speaking of which, do you still have Wally working for you?
He's my right-hand man.
Was he working out his dilemma?
He's what?
Oh, Tom, come on, don't pretend with me. I know that he's in love with Betsy Kennicott. Betsy confided that to me.
Erica, that is a damn lie.
Tom, I am not lying.
Well, then you're bending the truth way out of line. Now, Betsy would never confide anything like that to you, and I know that for a fact. I know what happened, Erica. You ought to be horsewhipped for it.
You're denying that there's something between Wally and Betsy.
I am denying. Look, I know that you tricked Betsy into admitting that there was something between them.
I did not trick her. Mark told me about it.
No, he did not. Now, Wally told me that you overheard a conversation at the goalpost between him and Mark. And then your suspicious mind just kept on working until you had to go over to Betsy's and pull one of your numbers on her.
You know something? I really don't have to stand here and listen to this kind of talk.
Nobody asked you to come here in the first place.
I came out of the kindness of my heart.
No, you came because you wanted us to see that you were written up in Tempo magazine. And then you just couldn't help yourself. You had to get into some gossip. Erica, isn't there enough trouble in the world without you trying to stir up more?
Goodbye, Brooke. Bye-bye, Erica.
Wait a minute. Take your magazine with you.
You know what I think, Tom? I think you're jealous that you're not in this magazine with me.
Get out of here.